you have any concerns. If you have any questions or concerns that you need to address to us, you are welcome to write to both of or any of the teachers that you want to. And here are our email addresses. But please give us some time. Sometimes we may be overwhelmed with the schoolwork. We come back home. We may not be able to answer your queries right away. Please give us some time, but that will be the first thing as we get free and we have time. Definitely we'll get back to your queries. Sister Mahin, you want to take over? You're muted, Sister Mahin.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Maheen Malik. I'll be this 2A homeroom teacher, inshallah. Some of you might have, alhamdulillah, this is my second year at RSA. Some of you might have seen me. Inshallah, I will share my part of the screen. Hold on, sorry about that. All right. So as you know, as it's pretty evident by our school's name, alhamdulillah, Radiant STEM Academy. So the heavy main focus of all the activities that we do and whatever we teach is, it's always to integrate science, technology, engineering, and math. Anything we do is always project-based learning. We do a lot of projects, and because we believe that it is very helpful for the students when they are doing hands-on learning, they remember it better and they retain that information in a better way. And the reason we focus on PBL, project-based learning, and STEM integration is because it definitely promotes the real world experience. The students, whatever they see around them, they're able to relate to them, and it makes it easy for them to apply the knowledge. We're not about worksheets or journaling. Of course, that's a very important component, and we don't just focus on that, but we also believe in hands-on learning, and that's where our STEM integration and project-based learning comes in. We also follow the college career readiness. So we are making sure that, as we're building upon these skills, these kids, inshallah, once they get to middle school and after high school, they're ready for the real world out there. And we also concentrate on 21st century skills and critical thinking, not just, having them memorize the concepts, but also giving them the tools to actually apply the knowledge, inshallah. Sister Priya, you have access if you want to stop the share, or you can just switch the slides for me. All right, perfect. So I'll go over the ELA, the English language, art, and reading curriculum. We do this every single day, 2 periods. We use the Texas Wonders McGraw-Hill curriculum, and the three main areas of focus are language arts, reading, spelling, grammar, and writing in the class. These are things that we do every single day in class. Spelling words, inshallah, once you guys next week, we will send the newsletters, and with every single newsletter, you'll see the spelling words that we've included and the high frequency words. So the first email that you guys got from us had the high frequency words. These are just the very common sight words that the Fry and the Dolch lists, all these lists that you see. The most common words that the kids should be able to see these words, and without sounding them or without needing to stop at them, they should just look at it and completely read right away. So there are 300 words that were sent on that list. We will approximately, I would say, around 10 high frequency words and 10 spelling words each week that we like to send out for the kids to practice. And in a minute, I'll inshallah share what our expectations are as a team for the spellings. So since we're talking about spellings, I wanted to touch base on homework and tell you guys that inshallah, within the first week, sometime in the first week of school, I will give them a homework folder. Both Sister Fariha and I will give them a homework folder, and we will also give them ELA journals, the spelling journals. We will staple the spelling menus in the journal. And these are basically just different activities that the kids can choose, and they will practice those spelling lists that we send over the weekend so that when we take the test on Fridays, they are ready for it. Because, a lot of times our focus is on writing and grammar and comprehension skills in the class. We don't regularly practice spellings in the class. We definitely do. We have games and centers, but an essential part of their homework is to complete 3 to 4 activities in their spelling journal every single week. And if you're a returning parent at the school, you've probably seen first grade do that. So you're a little familiar with that. And then the kids submit their journals on Fridays. And I recommend, and inshallah, will teach the kids that their spelling journal needs to stay with them in the bag every single day. The reason is that if we have time in class or in centers, I will ask them, okay, bring out your journals, choose an activity. Here's the list. Let's practice the vowels and the spellings of these words. We also, last year, Hamna, our theme was reading, and inshallah, this year, our focus will also be reading, and we will be sending a reading log that will be in their, reading logs. And it's really fun when they have the reading log filled up, and then, we sometimes send them to Sister Mazida's office, and she rewards them with stuff, or I will have incentives and rewards for them as well. And it's really nice, Hamna, to, see them progress. It helps them with those sight words and high frequency words. So it's very important that we encourage that habit, 15 to 20 minutes a day. And with the technology and the kind of times we live in, inshallah, I would love to have you guys as a team and incorporate that at home as well. A little different from first grade is notice that second grade, we do have daily math homework, which is very important because we really want to see what are the kids learning, right? When they're independent, when they're not around the teachers, can they do that or can they tell us that concept? So something that we encourage the parents is please, please, please do not help the kids at home with your homework. Let them fall, let them fail. It's fine. Homework is a completion grade, right? I'm not going to say, oh, you got 2 things wrong on the homework. I am not giving you a grade. The reason I say that is I have my education in Pakistan, and the way I was taught things and the way I was taught regrouping and math and different things is very different, right? And most of us over here are immigrant parents. Our ways are a little different than what our curriculum follows. So we do not want the kids to get confused. You're teaching them a certain way and they're like, oh, I didn't learn like that in the school. So I really don't care if the homework is not done that day. But please tell the kids to circle, or I will always tell my students, please make a star, something, write a little note, Sister Maheen, Sister Fariha, I did not understand this concept. Can you please do it with me? That way, next day when we are with them, we're sitting with them one-on-one, inshallah, we can get that. And as teachers, it gives us a great idea of where our students need help. So it's okay, inshallah, just give them time to finish it. And it's not a lot. It should not take more than 20 to 25 minutes for all of these things to happen, inshallah. I know we all have extracurricular activities and stuff, so we understand that, inshallah. Now let's go a little bit over our math curriculum. We have 2 volumes throughout the year. The beginning of the year, we just concentrate on, their previous knowledge of the number patterns, the place values, and odd and even numbers, the addition and subtraction concepts. We will step up our game, of course, in second grade, where we will do regrouping and addition, adding and subtracting 2-digit and 3-digit numbers, which I always find it a little challenging for my second graders. So that's like the heavy component. You'll see the beginning terms, you will see a lot of concentration on that because, that's the core, that's the base of everything in math. And later on, at the end of the year, you'll see us concentrating more on money and length and graphs and time and shapes, inshallah. Again, I forgot to mention, we do use McGraw-Hill for all our core 4 subjects. Science is the same. We changed our curriculum last year, and I really like this curriculum, alhamdulillah, because every unit has a STEM integration. So whatever the kids are learning, and whatever standards we're following, the next generation science standards, they always have an amazing project. And I find my students learning so much better when they are making that project, and it's hands-on learning, because that's the only way they will, I love taking the kids out on the field, letting them observe, letting them touch the dirt, letting them, of course, with the proper protective gear, letting them just feel everything and do it. And so that way, when we get in the class, they completely understand what I'm talking about because they've seen it in real life. Our science curriculum is based on 4 units. We will do land and water, touch on properties of materials, different changing landscapes of Earth, and different kinds of living things and habitats. Social studies is also our McGraw-Hill And we did change it last year, and I like how it integrates everything, right? We like when Black History Month come, inshallah, you'll see us touching base on a lot of very important characters that, you know, that are very rich in our history and economy. We will teach them about goods and services, but in a very basic, of course, at second grade level. They will also learn about people and events that shape our world, geography, maps, where different things are, different landforms. And of course, very important, they will also learn how to apply good citizenship practices. So, how to be a good citizen, what does it mean to follow the law, and basic stuff like that, inshallah, which, you know, all of these things incorporate social emotional learning, which helps them support, manage their emotions as they interact effectively with others in the world. And you will see us integrating a lot of ELA in our social studies because they're very interconnected. They will be writing a lot, making different projects because, alhamdulillah, I've seen the benefit of these projects. The kids learn better. All right, so for physical education, PE, art, and art technology is based on the Texas Education and Knowledge skills. They're known as TEKS. You will see sometimes we will take a skill and, we will continue that for like 2 to 3 weeks. For example, like soccer, if we're doing soccer practice and soccer drills, we can't really teach them in like 2 classes or 3 classes. So you'll see like well, of course, even if we're playing games in physical education, we're always making sure that the kids, are learning about locomotor and non-locomotor skills. And sometimes you'll see us, integrating concepts. For example, I love integrating math and physical education because how, they can count on the steps, count on, count backwards. So it helps them, learn things in a fun way, inshallah. So PE for us, both second grade will go together on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have PE twice a week. A little bit about the PE uniform. It's best to get navy blue sweatpants. They're easily available. I've done that for my kids, alhamdulillah. And then Dennis uniform has a gray shirt with our Radiant STEM logo on it. So inshallah, we will start checking uniform after September 15th. Until that, it's okay. If you have something from last year, that's fine too. But for new parents, I completely understand if you cannot get something until September 15th. But if it is after that, then we definitely want a written letter or an order form or something telling us that okay, this is the problem and that's why the delay is. Art again, it's based on TEKS and we'll cover 4 basic foundations. We start them by teaching, the color wheel and the basic knowledge of colors and how to mix colors and different techniques, observation, perception, creative expression, and critical evaluation. Again, it's very hands-on, and you'll also see us integrating science and social studies and sometimes even ELA and math. For example, if I'm doing like a science unit, I will have them, draw about plants or label things about plants. Or for example, if it's math, they're drawing flowers, measuring it, and writing it. So you inshallah see some integration over there as well. Now, somebody would just ask me, what day will the PE uniform? So we have PE on Tuesday and Thursday. So inshallah, for the whole day, they have to wear their gray shirt with the Radiant STEM logo and navy blue sweatpants or any kind of comfortable pants where they can run and move. Technology, inshallah, is also TEKS based. So we start with modeling digital citizenship. Of course, these are second graders. They love to shout out their passwords. They love to log into someone else's account. So inshallah, the first couple of weeks, we will just teach them, how to open the laptop. Alhamdulillah, this generation is very smart, so they pick up on these skills very quickly. But just teaching them respecting copyright laws and guidelines and not to go to websites and how to use internet safely. And every time we have centers or anything, we always have them closely monitor. So inshallah, you don't have to worry about that. The students would also learn about about how to use Google Docs and Google Slides. We will have them, present different things by their slides. So they're getting 2 skills at the same time. They're learning how to make Google Slides, and they're also learning how to present in front of the class. We will also be concentrating on basic keyboarding skills. So like how to properly place the fingers on the keyboard, not just typing with your index finger, and how to change the colors and different things on basically Google Slides. And of course, we will also teach them how to research using different tools. You'll see us researching a lot of things in social studies and ELA, inshallah. Oh, I
And
forgot to mention
yes,
code.org. Yeah, we do touch upon code.org as well. So they do basic coding. It's a very fun form of coding. Some of you might know about code.org. So that's something they also teach, inshallah, later in the year you'll be able to see all those things. And for the all these logins, inshallah, we're just waiting for everything to settle down, and we don't want to overwhelm you as parents with so many emails. So I just want to wait for the first 2 weeks, and we'll send you the login information for everything and all the resources we will be using in class, inshallah.
thank you, Samahin. I'm sorry, but our specialist teachers were not able to join us today, so we will be covering the part as well. As I mentioned earlier, Sister Sadaf Saqib is our Islamic Studies and Quran teacher. So there are some of the goals that they have mentioned here. Students will focus on reading Quran, memorization, and understanding of the surahs. Students are split into levels depending on their ability to read and recite verses from the Quran, and each level varies in difficulty of material being taught. So basically, they are focusing on developing love for Allah and the Prophet. Their emphasis on developing good character and morals, inshallah, and also to be able to read field fluently in Quran in Arabic with proper pronunciation and the tajweed rules, and also to understand the meaning of the surahs that they, which is, and also to understand the general meaning of the du'as that they will be learning, and also to apply the lessons learned from the verses in their everyday life. Like every moment is a teaching moment, and if you have been in with RSA, you might have noticed that how all these Islamic values and what they have been learning has been cooperated in every single moment of their life, their adab, their tarbiyah, everything. It's everything is uh, well cooperated from what we are learning. And also to know the meaning of the key words, especially the words that repeat often in each surah. And to continue, these are, if you notice on the right, these are the surahs that they will be learning in grade 2. These are the 10 surahs that you see here that they will be learning through. And homework policies only on Thursdays, if any. If they have any, that will be sent on Thursday, which will be due on Monday. And they will have daily Quran reading at home as well, which makes their practice best. And there will be formal and informal assessments based on lessons from the book that we have. And there will be Quranic vocabulary of the week and main idea of the ayat. Um, Homework and assessment, talking about memorization, differentiated learning, it is recommended that students revises the assigned ayat of the week after Asr and Isha by reading them at least 5 times and reciting them to another. I think practicing will make them less perfect, so that's what she's expecting. And also to passively and actively listen to assigned ayat while traveling in the car, doing a chore, or before sleeping or after salah, and recite them in salah as to keep them in practice. Assessment according to their potential. How will they be tested? Reading and memorization test of the assigned ayat of the week. And that will be on next Monday will be an oral test. Every Monday there will be an oral test. That means they have the weekend for practice. And just like the high frequency word, we have assessments 3 times in the year, which is the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, and at the end of the year. So as the Quran and Arabic teachers have it, which is called the QASP. It is an assessment which they do 3 times every year, and the documents will be shared with you. And also the Quran memorization competition, which we have every year, which is optional. Uh, if you want to, you can just go for it. If you don't want to, that's okay. It's not something required. Textbooks, there are 6 content areas that they follow. Aqidah, Quran, Qaida Nuraniya, Sira and Islamic history, Ibadah, moral and manners. The materials is presented using a spiral approach where students revisit each area and study it in greater depth every year. Students can take books home, but they are fully responsible for them. And in case anything is lost or damaged, then you will have to reimburse it. And here's the email for Sister Sadat, and you have any further questions that you want more details to or about Islamic studies and Quran, you're welcome to ask her, email her, and ask her. We'll go over, Sister Rehab is our Arabic teacher, and we'll go over the Arabic curriculum. So along with our newsletter, you will see Sister Rehab's portion too in our weekly newsletters. As mentioned, Renweb will have lesson plans and grades updated each weekly. Parent-teacher conferences, if you feel the need, though we have parent-teacher conferences assigned dates coming up in October, if you still feel the need to talk to the teacher about anything, any kind of concern that you have regarding your child, you're more than welcome to text any of the teachers, even regarding the homeroom teacher. You have any questions and concerns, anytime you want to meet us and discuss about it, you're welcome to do it. And if you look at the pictures, Sister Rehab has done such a good job posting at all the book covers that we will be following. Students will read and write using complete sentences, read fluently, be able to understand sentences, use vocabulary learned in conversation, describe on a daily basis weather patterns using proper grammar structures taught, be able to read Quran by connecting words, and apply the following numbers, which is 1 to 100, to real life application. Use new vocabulary words in conversation, read Quran by connecting words, identify shapes and colors, learn to write their names in Arabic, and students will also focus on pronunciation and reading. Students will be divided into groups depending on their level. And then if you have any further questions and concerns, you're more free to write to Sister Rehab. And if you have been with Sister Rehab, I've seen her for years. I've worked with her for years, and I've seen her how she brings the conversation in Arabic. And by the end of the year, I can actually see students, using those Arabic words for so many things to talk to her, to convey to her during her time, which is very amazing work that Sister Rehab does. Write more than one paragraph using proper grammar structures taught. Be able to read a short story, know simple geometric shapes, learn Quranic vocabulary. Classroom management, some guidelines will be followed by all second grade teachers, which is the same. And homework will be sent home on Monday, and which will be due on Thursday. Spelling and reading tests will be on Thursday. Weekly newsletter will be sent, lesson will be posted. I think I mentioned that earlier already. All right, that was our Quran and Islamic studies and Arabic. Coming back to our behavior management, Mr. Mahi?
Yes, Sister Priya, I can go over it, inshallah. Yeah. All right. So we do have two forms of communication and things that are open to the parents as well. So you guys also are on the same page as to what is happening in the class. We do have the behavior chart that inshallah sometime in the first week, of course we're going to be lenient the first 2 weeks because we're still teaching the kids our policies and what, our expectations. We will send you a printed chart for each month, which needs to stay in their folder every single day. And as a parent, it's just a little bit of, effort that we are asking you guys to check their behavior charts and their folders every day. Is why? Because our behavior charts are basically a clip chart system, which is very visible in the class. And it's based on colors. For example, every day we start with ready to learn, which is our green color. So everyone is neutral. We have a fresh start every single day. Now, if of course we have blue for great choices and purple for like good choices, and then we have outstanding, which is the pink color, which is the ultimate goal. Every child wants that because some parents, I know parents last year would tell their kids that every month, if you're getting pink all throughout the month and you're behaving in class and following all the rules, then, they would either reward or we would reward with something. It's just a way to keep the kids motivated. And especially when they see everyone wants to be, of course, the whole class can see your name. Nobody wants to land on yellow, which is a warning, or the parent contact which is red. So the other color we have is orange, which is a consequence. So, we'll take it slow in the beginning. I like to give them a verbal warning, and then if they're not really behaving or they're not following the rules, then we go to like a consequence. And we have a point system, which I'll discuss in a minute, inshallah. So behavior chart, as a parent, I really request you guys to sign the behavior chart. Why? Because every single day, even if they forget to tell you, because if they misbehaved one day, and you see that I gave them a different color, then they are definitely not going to show you if anything. Sister Fariha, I lost your screen. Was Sister Fariha left? Khair, inshallah. Sorry, just give me 1 second to share my slides. I think there's probably a problem at her end. She will try to rejoin. So sorry about that. All right, I will share my slides, inshallah, with you guys. So the other thing that inshallah, anytime by next week, we will send you an email with a platform that we love using. It's called Class Dojo. Some of you might be familiar with it, and some of you might not be familiar with it. So it's basically an app that you download on your phone. Now we do not use Class Dojo as a form of communication because there's a messaging option over there where you can message the teacher, but I will never, or Sister Fariha, both of us will never reply back to you over there. Anytime you want to communicate with us, please email us with any kind of concern. But it's just a great way for you to see class pictures and videos. Like if anytime they're doing something, they're having fun, or we're working on something, they're outside doing PE. I love posting pictures and videos of the students having fun. That way you are also involved, and you get to see your child's progress. Alhamdulillah. So it's really nice. And then you also get to see their progress. So I give them rewards, right? We have a treasure box. We have different incentives for them. We have class parties, extra recess, and it's all based on the points that they're getting. And another thing is, I like to teach them financial literacy. So we convert their points into dojo dollars. It also teaches them responsibility, right? They have to keep their dollars and they have to buy something from the treasure box. Because I feel like our kids have so much, they really don't value incentives or things. It's just a good way to teach them and keep them motivated with points and negatives if they're not behaving. And then, as a parent, you could also see the kind of points in their report, like what are they doing? What is my child doing? Does he have so much negative? That way we can cut out that behavior or the problem in the beginning of the year, inshallah. I'd love to have open communication with all of you. Sister Fadi is always available to just, allow us to 24 hours to respond back to your child. And you really do not, I believe that we don't have to wait for the PTCs to discuss any issues. If I see anything from my end, of course, I'm going to give them time to get to know them, how they react, what works best for every child. But if you feel like, there's something that you want to address with us, inshallah, just email us and we would definitely try to, schedule something with you guys. So just a general guideline, we do both formative and summative assessments, and our grading policies are posted on our website. Most of the times most of our teachers actually do tests on Fridays. Sometimes we do it on Thursdays as well. As a parent, you don't have to worry about anything, because if you have to teach them, that means we're not doing our job. So we don't want to put the work on you where the kids are just studying and memorizing things for the test. It really has to be the concept checked by the teachers. Was I able to deliver the content? Was my student able to understand what I wanted them to understand? The only thing that is consistent is spelling test on Fridays. I like to do that first thing on the Fridays because inshallah for new families, you'll see we have a lot of fun things that happen on Fridays. Before the chaos, I like to take the spelling test early in the morning. It's fresh in their brain. That's why it's very important, going back to the homework policy, it's very important for the students to be consistently practicing their spellings every single day and submitting the journal to me on Friday, and I return it to them on Friday. There are no homeworks that are given on the weekend because they're still in second grade. They have a life. We understand that. So inshallah, just even the math homework it goes from Monday to Thursday. Either I'll give them a packet which they return to us on Friday, or it'll be every day. We'll see as what are the needs of the child, inshallah. The other standardized test that we do at RSA is called MAP, the Measure of Academic Progress, which is an amazing tool. It's done on the laptops. Each child is tested based on on the grade level, and if they're doing good, then MAP will keep giving them challenging questions, and we use the data that we get from it and the score to improve the learning for our students. For example, if the student is struggling in some area, I know exactly what I need to address with each child. So that's one of the things. We do 2 MAP tests in the year. The first one is coming on September 6th. You don't have to do anything. Inshallah, I'll send you reminders of the expectations, and we'll also talk to the kids about it. Some of them might be taking it for the first time. There'll be anxiety, but inshallah, we give them chances to repeat and do better on the test. It's just a tool for us as teachers to get a better idea of where I need to focus with that specific student. Sister Fariha, are you here?
Sister Mahin, I'm here.
Okay, inshallah. So,
I'm sorry
you
about
can,
that.
no problem. So I'm also the BPA advisor for middle school, so I'm gonna let Sister Fariha take over for a couple of minutes, and inshallah, I will join you back. Sister Fariha, I will make you the host, and you can start recording, inshallah, and continue talking about IXL.
Sure.
Okay, Jazakallah khair.
Any questions you?
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Fariha. I'm back. Inshallah. Are we done?
Welcome, assalam. No, we're just answering questions, Sister
Okay.
Mahin.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you can just address any questions, I'm here to. Sister Mahin is here. To Sister Mahin, if you can view the chat because I'm taking from the phone. I'm
Okay.
not really able to see the chat. If you have any question that you
Yeah,
can address it.
I just joined, and there were like a couple of questions about PE. So I think I didn't mention the color, navy blue pants. It doesn't have sweatpants, any comfortable material, anything that your child can easily move in and run in. Of course, when it's winter time, I would prefer like a thicker material. So navy blue pants and the gray shirt with our logo. That was the only question that I saw, and somebody directly messaged me in the chat. I don't see anything else, but if you guys please feel free to unmute and ask us about anything. Oh, I forgot to mention we do have technology once a week, PE once a week, PE twice a week, and art once a week.
Yes, somebody was also earlier asking about is the PE uniform different than the regular uniform? Yes, the PE uniform is different from the regular uniform. They are required to wear the PE uniform on Tuesdays and Thursdays for their PE days.
Yeah, and somebody asked me, PE is for an hour. All our periods are 15 minutes long, so that's twice a week. And how many breaks do they get during the day? So they do get lunch and recess, and then they, later in the day, they're still stuck in grade, so we like to give them like a snack break. So 2 main breaks.
Yeah, main breaks, and definitely they have those brain breaks also.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Just to give them a change from their monotonous learning
Yeah.
the whole day, they need a change. So yeah.
Yeah. And somebody's asking me about the shoes. Yes, they wear the same shoes every single day of school. 90%, I understand. When I was looking as a parent, it was really hard to find like black shoes, but they say that 90% of the shoes should be black. It's okay to have like a pink or a white or a colorful logo, but it should look like a majority, like look should be black. So they wear those shoes all throughout. So when you're choosing your shoes, inshallah, especially for the girls, I know with the girls like all the fancy bling stuff, but make sure that they're wearing something comfortable. So, you don't have to worry about changing those shoes every single day. And for art, they don't need any special supplies or anything. Somebody was asking me if there is anything that we need from parents, or if there's like a special project or a STEM project that we're doing. We'll inshallah, tell you guys ahead of time, like 2 to 3 weeks in advance of like all the supplies we need. But the supplies that you have ordered, the EPI supplies, it has everything that the students need. Inshallah, I know from last year we run out of like glue sticks at the end of the year, but as things go, we don't want to overwhelm you and ask you for stuff. As parents, you're doing a lot. So inshallah, if anything comes up, we will give you guys at least 2 weeks to send those supplies. But for now, inshallah, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, as somebody also talked about how we are going to dress them for art. Only if they are doing some painting or some any kind of messy artwork, that's when we will provide some kind of, protection for them so they don't dirty their dresses. So inshallah, you don't have to do anything. If you have aprons, you can send them, but we'll take care of it, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah. And then Sister Priya, I just remembered this, so I wanted to touch base with all the parents.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in the welcome letter, we did mention that the girls please pack in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag their hijabs and their prayer rug, personal prayer rug, because the first couple of weeks we will pray in class. We will teach them, and then inshallah, when we feel that they're ready, then we'll go to the gym. We're just waiting for the construction upstairs where we do Jamaat together. But every class will pray in the class. So for the girls, I highly encourage like a one-piece hijab that they can quickly put in, because we will also like the Quranic study, Islamic studies department will also be teaching them how to make wudu. And the homeroom teachers are also going to be, watching them pray salah. So it's very important that everyone has a little prayer mat and their hijab, inshallah. And the boys, if they want a kufi or a topi, whatever, it's completely optional. But a prayer mat, please, inshallah, if you guys can send that with the kids. And for the snacks too, I wanted to say that it's okay if they bring some snacks back, but just pack enough. You know your child better. If I see that your child is, if we see that they need some more food, inshallah, we'll address that with you. But we don't want them hungry because we do not have any snacks, and with allergies, we don't want to take responsibility. So inshallah, just pack healthy snacks. We do have like a main lunch break and then a snack break later in the day as well. We do not serve at the school. Somebody was asking me. No, we do not have food that we sell unless it's Friday and it's a bake sale. So the Cheetah Beats is the school newsletter, and it's different from this newsletter we'll be sending you guys every week. So the Cheetah Beats will tell you ahead of time, or the PTO will email you guys about a bake sale. If that is happening, that's the only time in school where we're selling food and the kids are buying it. But other than that, every day you need to pack a snack and a lunch and a water bottle. And please, 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 these are little kids. Please label their supplies, label their water bottle, label their lunch boxes, everything, because some of us, get things from the same place and they get lost. So please label all their water bottles and everything. And also, as a parent, I know how expensive uniform is, how expensive those $40 Radiant Stem jackets are. Right now, we don't need them, but in a couple of months, inshallah, those jackets get lost so easily because the kids take off in lunch or recess time and they forget it in outside. Of course, we remind them, but these are little kids, they forget. So please, 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 even when you get those jackets, right there's a tag inside the jacket, write it with a Sharpie. Or I've seen some really creative parents, they just stitch their kid's name or they do it with a hand, whatever works for you, inshallah. Just label that so that they're not getting mixed up. And it's really hot. We will try to take them earlier during the day when it's not that hot, just for a little bit. So water bottle definitely, and a hat. So please try to send a hat with them as well. We won't stay there for a long time. PE is in gym, unless it's really nice and we want to play soccer outside in the field. But for now, we will try to stay indoors, and just take them out for a little bit, because of the heat, we'll keep an eye on the heat, inshallah.
There was a question, do they need radiant stem one? Yes, the jacket, if they have to wear
Yes.
inside, but
Yeah.
of course, when you have the weather is really super cold, you can have another jacket to keep them warm, which they will be using if we need to go outside, step outside for some time or anything. But if they are staying inside the school, they need to have the radiant stem logo one.
Yes, 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 inshallah. And of course, Sister Jessie, yes, definitely. We will. I do not like keeping them in the class all the time, because these are little kids. Their fidgety bodies need to let out their energy. So we understand. We will definitely take them out once it's a little colder, or we will try to see if we can take them out for just a small amount of time, but earlier in the morning. So we might switch the schedule. Sometimes, the kids go and tell the parents, oh, we didn't get any recess. It's because we will it, we will try to take them earlier in the day, maybe not following the exact schedule just because of the heat. But yeah, inshallah, if the weather is good, we will go out for a longer period. Yeah. Well, yeah, cool. Anything else? You guys can unmute and talk, inshallah, not a problem. I don't want messages getting lost in the chat.
Well, if you still further have any questions, we are always there for you. You have the whole year. You can just email us, write to us, and we are there to answer any of the questions you feel like during the year.
Yeah, you should have gotten our newsletters. So you have your emails, and you have access to us, inshallah, throughout the email. So anything, if they're missing out on school or any other concern that we didn't address today, please feel free to email us, and we will respond within 24 hours, inshallah. Sister Faria, if no one has a question, then inshallah, I think we'll wrap it up.
Yes.
Jazakallah khair for showing that concern and showing up to the meeting. I'm so excited to teach, inshallah, all the kids.
Yeah, we're looking forward to have your kids on campus with us on Monday morning, inshallah. Thank you all for joining us. You have a great weekend.
Yeah, Sister Faria, sorry, before we go, there's a little confusion. There's always a confusion about drop-off times. So you can start dropping off your kids at 7:35, not before that. We will not open the doors. 7:50 school starts. So between 7:50 to 8, usually we have our morning azkar that we do in the class, and school begins at 8. So tardy will begin right after 8. We will close the doors and you would have to sign in your child. Just for new parents, first couple of days, of course, we're going to have a lot of traffic. We will let go of the tardies, but just, keep an eye out on the time, inshallah, because we don't want them to come in late and disrupt the class and whatnot. Inshallah.
Sister Rabia, you had a question? I thought Sister Rabia had a question.
No, thank you, Sister Fariha.
You're welcome, sister. Inshallah. Thank you all for joining. Assalamu alaikum, and we'll see you all back on Monday.
Assalamu alaikum.